A quick little video I wanted to make is I don't really like talking about my failures in life, but like about well, it's been about a month and a half now. On I will say April 18th is the official day I was actually terminated from my last job, and I believe my termination was it wrongful termination or wrongful firing. I forgot. I think it's wrongful termination is the actual terminology. I believe yeah, wrongful termination. And basically, I want to make this video kind of talking about like what happened, and I have like a letter and everything that basically goes over what did happen, and I'm gonna read off that just so I can have like everything uh uh detailed and out there. It's just with like certain names and whatnot. I'm gonna try to use initials and whatnot instead of saying that they're actual names. And it's like people who uh know me will probably know what I'm talking. Well, people from the company will probably know what I'm talking about in all this. And also, I ended up getting just suspended without pay back on April 13th, as they had to like review things and like they had to think about things. And we had a meeting on April 15th to get my side of what they thought about what was going down with me. And then on April 18th, they made the decision to actually terminate me. But I'm gonna say here's the termination letter that basically gives the details of what happened in that meeting on April 15th. So I'm gonna go over that, and that should be like this should like kind of detail what happened and led up to the result of my termination. Uh, okay, the this first paragraph is just basically saying that like uh effective today on April 18th, my employment with the company is terminated, and then it goes over my final pay or my final paycheck. Okay, and then here the rest of it is going over the like what we discussed in the meeting on April 15th, and this is following like dates like prior to the suspension and whatnot, probably like just a few days before that. But it goes on April 11th, 2022. That was on Monday. In a meeting with yourself and management, you reported letting items go out to customers without passing the required quality standard. This meeting prompted you being suspended without pay on April 12th. That is wrong because I was actually suspended on April 13th. And an additional meeting to gain a full understanding of the scope of damage. They're like I feel that they made a lot of mistakes in this as far as like dates and a couple of typos, and they reworded things to make me look bad. On April 14th, that is wrong because we had a meeting on April 15th. In a meeting went with you, management and people services, and also with like with these dates slams, like I have emails and whatnot of these dates of when the meetings were and all that. So like I can confirm the actual dates. On April 14th, 2022, in a meeting with you management, and people services were asked about your role as a quality control inspector, to which you expressed the full scope of responsibilities, which you reported, including fixing minor issues or failing products that do not meet the quality standards. You reported understanding that a faulty product going out could result in, quote, losing customer trust, end quote, and that, quote, we could not only lose one customer, but a lot of customers, end quote. You were asked about your role in providing guidance to temporary employees on your team. You reported, quote, mainly just making sure they do the job right. I can't control everything that every person does. I do have high expectations of others, but if they don't, I understand that I can get very aggressive and speak to them in a favorable way, end quote. I I think that they meant non-favorable way. Well, I said non-favorable way. Like they, these people in people services just can't type right. And when it's something that's like very official, and it's like you're quoting people, you need to be very professional, and this is not professional. Dates are wrong. Then things are typed out of context, this and that. So there's a lot of problems here. Uh, where was I? I'm sorry. If you're okay, you were asked how you address quality issues with the temporary employees you are responsible for, to which you reported, quote, they are going through the process again, and I explain it again. I do talk to them in a stern and direct manner, and I know a lot of people do not take too kindly to this, end quote. You were asked about another situation where you reported there were times where you just, quote, let things burn, end quote. To which you reported being frustrated by the two shifts you have been working, and that at times you have been working in one area and people are in other areas. I have made corrections, but there are times I have been aggressive and stern with people. As far as letting things burn, wait, where was the quote for that? Which report being there's no beginning quote for that. As far as letting things burn, it was not with the product. It is how things are being palletized. To which you reported being frustrated. Yeah, there's there's no beginning quote for that. All right. Uh, I think that they meant maybe a quote after reported. Let me read that again. I'll put in the quote. To which you reported, quote, being frustrated by the two shifts and you have been working, and that at times you have been working in one area and people are in other areas. I have made corrections, but there are times I have been aggressive and stern with people. As far as letting things burn, it was not with the product, it is how things are palletized, end quote. And like when they asked me about things that were going on, it's like the whole thing started because I was talking to my I'll say higher ups, because it's like there's a hierarchy of love, like one guy being up here and then another one and then me and whatnot. So I just say higher ups because I don't know their exact like names for their position. Uh, but like I was talking to them on the Monday, April 11th, And at one point, I did tell them that like I was letting things slide because I was frustrated of some of the things that were going on around the office because like I was doing my job of in one area, and I work QA for 3D printers and whatnot, and I do that, and I'm managing, or I shouldn't say managing, leading. I don't know. We're I'll just say managing, whatever, doesn't matter. Uh, Managing, was it like two or three other people, and I have to make sure that they're doing their job right because it's QA. It's like everything has to be perfect for or yeah, perfect for our standards, that it's acceptable for the customer, uh, that we can put our product in front of the customer, and like doing that, it's like I was in one room, and like there's a doorway, and this little like other section, that there's a group of people working that another lead was while watching over, and once like that they finish their products and whatnot, they bring the final box product over through my area onto a pallet, so it can be palletized and then brought out to warehouse and everything. And the thing is, since I'm like working with my guys, and like watching over them while what they're doing, and doing things on the computer, I'm doing a lot of things all at once. So it's like I can't watch over, you know, his group and my group at the same time. And like part of the frustration is that like that other lead was like doing things like personal things and styles. Like we do have the opportunity to like 3D print our own prints like on our own time, and he was doing that all the time, and that's where one of the main issues from me came up. And so I was like, I never really kind of complained about it too much, but like it was irritating that like he wasn't actually like doing his job, and he was basically, having fun at work, whereas I was always focused on work. And and like when I told to my higher ups that like I was letting things slide, it's like it's like I looked over, and like I saw that things on the palette were like off and not organized right, and whatnot. And so I was like, and it's like I've talked to his group before, and I've told him how it should be palletized, how things should be done. But like as temps, I believe that like a lot of temps just like kind of come in for a paycheck. They don't really care or pay too much attention to what they do, and that's where a lot of the problems came in for me. Because since like they kept on doing their own thing, it's like I wanted him, the other lead, to watch over them, so I didn't have to. Otherwise, it's like, what is he there for? It's like you are a lead, and it's like, you need to make sure your guys are doing the job correctly, and I should, and like that responsibility shouldn't fall on me. And also, another thing that I was frustrated about, that like I felt that like that like that responsibility shouldn't fall on me, is that like when I started or got hired on full time, it's like I started at a certain wage, and like after like a probation type period, you get a slight raise from that, because they know you can trust you. And I became a lead, and my pay didn't go up, and I'm someone who believes that like if you're giving more responsibilities and more tasks to do, you should get a pay raise with that. Otherwise it's like you're making the same amount as someone who's more experienced, someone who has more responsibilities. You're getting paid the same amount as someone who's, yeah, pretty much just started. It's like, why should I take these responsibilities and whatnot when I'm getting paid just the same? That's not fair to me. All right. And then It's like again that this letter kind of explains things that like were discussed about or they questioned me about. Again on April 11th, that was the Monday. In a meeting with two of your leaders, it was reported that you shared, quote, you see that units are no good, but just let them slide, end quote. And with that, this is where we're like they just typed in something to make me look bad. And it's like, first of all, if I said that to them on that Monday, those exact words, I see units that are no good, but I just let them slide. If I said that on that Monday, why did they not let me go on that day at that moment? Because that is very very bad. Uh, but instead of letting me go on that Monday, they let me work for 2 more days after that. It's like if I said that and they know that I'm letting things go out uh that aren't up to spec, our spec, then why would they keep me on at that time and let me keep on working on machines? That makes no sense at all. And also, why would anyone say those words to their boss? That it's like saying you work at Walmart and it's like, oh hey boss, guess what? I steal from the store. Who the fuck does that? No one. And it's like, again, this is all wrongful termination to me, and it's really really fucked up. All right. And when you asked and when asked to provide clarity, you reported, if I see other team members making mistake. Oh, and when asked to provide clarity, you reported, quote, if I see other team members making mistakes, I go over and correct them. But if I see the same person continuing the same pattern, I will let that product being worked on go out as a pass, knowing that it does not meet company standards. End quote. Okay. And that sentence too is like, I will let that product being worked on go out as a pass, knowing that it does not meet that. That's very professional sounding. And sounds like in a normal conversation, like that's not something I would say. And again, it's like and again, it's like if I said that, why am I not being terminated like at that very moment? That doesn't make sense to me. It's like you see some or someone tells you that they are a risk to your company and hurting the connection with customers. It's like, why don't you let that person go immediately? Instead, they wait a couple of days after after the fact and let you continue working on the same machines. Uh, uh, okay. When asked about this, you reported not making quote not making these statements, end quote. And that's exactly, well, like that is exactly what I said. I did not make those statements because, well, like again, why would I make that statement if I actually care about doing about this job? It's like this job that I had was the best job I've ever had, the most fun I've ever had, and like I've talked to other people about like years down the road at this job. So like, why would I put myself at risk on purpose of getting fired, or like if I like instead of telling a boss about this, it's like saying hey yeah I don't do my job, I just let things go out. Instead of like, why would I tell them that instead of just like letting them know hey I'm quitting, and it's like today I'm done. And it's like these things don't make sense to me. Uh, You were asked why it was reported on several occasions by multiple witnesses that you made this and similar statements to which you reported, quote, at first, I talked about it with SU, and at the time, I was talking to her about around the office and how the temps were not listening and things were coming up missing and not going smoothly. End quote. And that was another thing. And so I was like, I did talk to someone else about like my issues that were going on with the like how temps weren't listening and tools were going missing. It's like a lot of us have our own toolboxes, and because of the two shifts, like a lot of the temps would just like help themselves to tools that were in other people's toolboxes and just like take them, not return them, and then me coming back in the morning, and things would be gone, so I couldn't actually do my job. And also if things were actually like missing, like stolen, it's like how would I know who did it? And it's like how can I find my stuff? It's like we have to take the time, like going out of our way to not do the job that we're supposed to be doing, and we have to look for these tools because other people aren't taking care or doing things that they should be doing or respecting other people's stuff. And that was the like two issues that I had was like the palletizing and pallets, be it because it just caused rework for the rest of us, and then tools missing, and that caused us wasting our time by going around the whole office trying to find our stuff. And then it says, "It is management's position that you were dishonest during the course of this investigation." Oh, and the thing about it being reported by multiple witnesses, um, I think that is because of the way I talk to the temps. They just didn't like me. So I believe that I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe that they kind of just agreed with well what the higher ups asked them if like I was letting bad products go out, and they were just like yeah. And it's like he's not doing his job, or like he's just allowing things to go out and this and that. And the thing about that is that like we are a tech company, and we document everything that goes on, how the product comes to us, uh, and like where we run tests and whatnot. It's like it's QA. It's like where we have to do this. This is a thing. And so I was like, the only way where we let things go out the door is if higher ups tell us to let it go out the door, because we've been told in the past that like QA it's not about getting numbers, it's about getting out high quality products. So with me not doing my job, it's like I'm very relaxed and chilling while whatnot. Is like um so sometimes I do get like speedy judge, and just because I have like a flow of things going on, and I developed a quick way to run the test and like do everything very quickly. So like we can get like a group of printers out fast, but like it's not really necessary, but because we can like chill and relax a lot of the time whenever we want, because we're not trying to get numbers out. We're trying to get high quality products out. Let's see. There are a couple of things. Uh, it's like I messaged one per person. I'll call them DL. Uh, and they said, "I'm low key sad you left, babe, because your data was always so nice and reliable." And then this is a long text from another person, the SY I mentioned earlier. Um, I don't remember what when I said, but like at one point in this long text that they sent, they said, "I am glad that you find grounding in your accomplishments, and I just want to reinforce that despite what you think and what may have happened, you did your job well. I could always trust your data and your work, which is more than what I can speak of for a lot of people. And honestly, those traits and your ability to write will take you far. Like I get these things from like PA people in like slightly high, well, yeah, higher up positions than me, and they said multiple witnesses say otherwise, that like I was letting my work like slide or whatever, and like they're asking temps, they're asking temps, people that like aren't company and that are actually probably a liability to the company more than anything, uh, about my performance. And of course, since they are temps and I was a lead over them, like I've told myself long ago, at other jobs that I've done well at, is like if I'm ever in a lead position or a manager or whatever, it's like I know that like people are gonna want to quit under me, because like I do have high expectations of people, and I want to push them to do better. But a lot of people don't take to kindly to that, and I think this is the opportunity where like like I said something, they questioned the temps, and they took that opportunity to get me out the door. Um, it is management's position that you were dishonest during the course of this investigation. You reported not making uh, statements where multiple witnesses attested to the aforementioned. It is the company's position that your behaviors with others do not align well with our core philosophies, and that your failure to adhere to the quality standard places the organization in a vulnerable position. It was your responsibility to follow the quality standards and to work well with your leaders as needed for escalated issues. And like again in science, like I can see the problem where like I don't talk too favorably to people, but like how does that like how does that result in an instant termination? Like I get no warning, no write up, no nothing. It's just you're gone. Bye. It's like a lot of this, like it's crazy, because this whole job was something that was like the best part of my life and the worst experience of my life. Yeah, because like when I was initially suspended, I basically slept the two days after, like that Wednesday and the following Thursday. Like I just couldn't get out of bed. I was so depressed. And then I was waiting for the meeting. The meeting happened. We went over the things. Saturday and Sunday I slept again, all depressed and everything. And then Monday came, and there was another meeting, and I kind of knew that that was the meeting to determine like what they're gonna do moving forward. And they told me I was terminated, and it's like I was devastated. Although it's like that Wednesday, I hate to admit it, but like I was crying, like I was hurt. Like this was a job I really did care about, and it was a job that I put a lot of effort into. And it's just because I don't talk to people in a kind manner at all times. It sounds like if someone's messing up, it's like I have to baby them and coddle them. It's like that's not me. That's not something I can do. Yeah, because it's like if you talk to a child and they like touch a stove, it's like why would you tell them that like it'll be okay and like maybe next time it won't be hot, and it's like they do it again and burn themselves again, and it's like that's this kind of situation that I see. It sounds like if someone's fucking up, you need to be on their case, especially especially since it is QA. Is like they can fuck up, but like as long as it's fixed, it is causing a problem in terms of rework, and you're having to go back and do it over again. But but like when you point it out and correct them and like you know that this and that, like they'll fix themselves over time. But I feel like telling them that like it's okay, it's not a big deal, things happen. It's like they don't really take the issue too seriously, so it takes a longer time to correct their mistakes. Um, and there's also some people I've encountered that like that like if they do something and you tell them that they did it if you tell them something, you see them do it wrong, and point out to them that they did it wrong, they get an attitude very quickly, and that's like something I can't really work with. It's like if you make a mistake and you get an attitude for being called out on it, it's like I don't know how to work with that. Like someone who doesn't want to listen shouldn't be there. But we were told that like we need these people here just to have bodies. And it's like if you're working in QA and you need these people just to have bodies, but they're doing the job wrong. How's that that's not QA. That's just screwing up and causing problems for the rest of everyone else and the company. It's like just because you need bodies, that's putting the company at risk. You don't need like high quality people. It sounds like you could have like five people fucking up and not letting them go and possibly getting better paid people in. But no, you need the bodies. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. And then and then after this, it's like I did see it as wrongful termination because they were lying and saying things, you know, against me to make me look bad. I emailed them and it's like I got the emails up on screen. I'm not gonna show them on stream, obviously, but uh, they sent me the initial email with the termination letter and all that, and then I ended up replying saying, this was April 18th. I replied. So so the same day as the termination letter. Is there any way I can appeal this? There are several lies in the 404th paragraph, or words were twisted to make me look like I was lying. There are small things that temps can do. There are small things that temps can do things wrong, but it doesn't render the product as a failure. That's why we have tests we run, and when they pass the test, then it's past the QA standard. I would like an example of where and when I let I let oh the page cut off for some reason. I would like an example of where and when I let a bad product go out, and if I let an actual product slide, it would have been it would have been between March 23rd 2022 to April 8th, 2022. I would like to see proof that a bad product went out under my supervision. Okay? And with that, like I said earlier, in a tech company, we document everything that we pass and fail and this and that. So it's like every product we look at, we document of like all the testing phases of like certain scores, certain heights, certain things, accuracies, and so like all that this and that. We this is like we enter in a lot of data for all these products and whatnot. So with a lot of data collection for what we do in QA, uh, they should be able to like look up all the data, and I gave them that time frame of the dates of like when I was frustrated, and so I was like, if there was anything that looked bad within the data of like a printer that went out bad, it would have been be in between those dates. So that's why I asked for proof, and so I was like, and it's like like I said, we document everything so they could go back even further if they found one that they could point out to me. Then I'd like them to show me. Uh, and then they replied the day after, saying, we are in receipt of your email. Please provide a written statement for further review. Okay. And then I ended up doing that. Uh, do I still have this written down on my phone? Because it's a little bit hard to read from. All right here. I would like to formally appeal the reasoning for my termination. In the fourth paragraph of my termination letter, it was stated that two leaders reported I shared. You see that units are no good, but just let them slide. And when asked to provide clarity, it is stated that I said, if I see other team members making mistakes, I go over and correct them. But if I see the same person continuing the same pattern, I will let that product being worked on go out as a pass, knowing that it does not meet company standards. Half of that statement is wrong. If someone were to say things like that in any job, it doesn't make any sense to me as to why they wouldn't just quit, then wait to be terminated, as I explained earlier. Earlier in the letter, it was stated that I understand the scope of potential risk and consequences of sending bad products out to customers. During the Google Meet on April 15th, 2022, in parentheses, I put, the termination letter has the wrong date, so that may be seen untruthful in of itself. Parentheses. I had stated that higher ups have told us to send out products with glitchy screens, in which like that is something that happens. Like we were testing new products, and they were having issues, and we failed them. But like later on down the road, it's like there were so many products that were failing over and over that they eventually told us that we need to actually like start letting little things go and get them out the door, because it's like our demand what was like so high, and we were failing so many that like we couldn't meet demand. So they told us to like send out faulty products. They were small faults that some customers may or may not encounter, but it is something that like we encountered, and we were still being told to let it go. Uh, but none of that was stated in the letter, and I would assume the Google Meet wasn't recorded. That decision by higher ups is unacceptable to me, but I was told that they needed to get units out, and we've had meetings after that decision. And we've had meetings after that decision made that we all in QA don't feel comfortable doing this. Yeah, like everyone in my department in QA didn't feel comfortable doing this, but higher ups tell us to jump, and it's like we say how high. This is that kind of thing. So someone's like we can argue and argue and argue, but if they say something, it's like we have to do it. So if they say send out faulty products, we have to send out faulty products. And it's like because they are higher ups, in which it was the CEO and president telling us to do this. It's like they end up blaming someone lower, so that like they can't be blamed and it doesn't look bad on the company. It's blamed on this one individual person that doesn't matter for anything. I have been nothing but honest in everything I've stated, and even agreed and shared my faults with training. But I believe that can be corrected, as this was my first time in a leadership position at a job, and mistakes are and can be made. But I was never giving any warning, write up, or some type of correction to inform me I need to improve. Like I said, I wasn't. Like I've never been told anything of like where I was doing something wrong. It was like, you know what, you're gone, bye. And that's it. It is stated that I was being dishonest about letting things slide on several occasions by multiple witnesses, but I came to find out on April 12th and April 13th. Um, I believe that was the Tuesday and Wednesday, because some things were happening with some attempts, and like I found out that like they didn't like me, and I was surprised by that. Yeah, because they didn't really show any signs of that before. But I feel like being in LA, a lot of people are fake, and I guess that's probably my fault, that I assumed that like they didn't have an issue with me. I don't know, and that some people just did dislike me, and going off that I feel that they may have been dishonest to damage my image. I want to request proof and or examples where I let bad products slide. We document everything we work on, and to help find proof, I would recommend looking at products tied to my name between the dates of March 23rd, 2022 and April 8th, 2022. That was my written formal appeal to them the day after. Uh, and the day after that, which I believe was a Wednesday, April 20th. Received, thank you, we will review and get back to you. I believe it's the next email is April 2026, I believe, which was like about a week after. 6 days after. Yeah, 6 days. Okay. Um. Okay. After I sent, after they replied to me, uh, on the 20th, I emailed them 6 days after. Will I be getting a response to my last email? And then the is this right? Okay, here we go. And then it took them to April 29th. So I emailed them with a appeal of termination on the 19th, and it took them a week and 3 days to get back to me. And it's like I had to re-email them so to remind them to get back to me. And then they sent a letter saying, this letter is in response to your termination appeal dated April 20th, 2022. I believe I actually dated that April 19th, 2022. Yes, I have that dated April 19th, 2022. So it's like they have things all over the place wrong. Um, a full review was conducted to examine the information provide. They say provide. This letter summarizes the results of people's services review into your allegations that you were wrongfully terminated. Based upon our investigation, we have concluded that based upon the facts revealed during the investigation, we have confirmed that the concern/issue you raised was unsubstantiated. This finding indicates the investigator obtained additional information and facts that support no policy or procedure violation occurred. It is the employer's position that the termination stands. If you have new/additional information that may impact the outcome of this investigation, please contact me immediately so I can review and consider. Again, please do not hesitate to ask questions or speak up about matters that concern you. Thank you again for bringing this matter to our attention. Okay, so with that being said, I do have information slides, like I have recorded some things to like save me of like how I was being honest and all that, and provide proof that I was doing things correctly, and to show that like I have said that higher ups were telling us to push out bad products because, well, I said that they told us that, and so I was like that. There's no proof behind that. It's like it's hearsay basically. um, but I have my examples of products that we end up passing, even though they failed previously. And I'm basically gonna explain that here in this next email that I sent them. Literally the same day. All right, so I read that, and then I looked up my proof and everything, the information that I had. My examples, I have that bad printers that initially have failed due to screen issues are. I'm just gonna say the numbers so like I don't give out like serial numbers and all that information. Uh, Due to screen issues are one, two, uh, one failed on 2/4/2022, two failed on 2/4/2022, three failed on 2/4/2022, 4 failed on 2/8/2022, 5 failed on 2/8/2022, 6 failed on 2/9/2022, and 7 failed on 2/14/2022. If these units were sent out to customers prior to about 4/4/2022, then those are bad products because the repair team did not have a way of fixing them yet, and no one was trained because we did not have the parts to replace anything. And that's because QA was told to send them out. Also, in the product modified spec sheet, spec data sheet, it should say if parts were replaced or not. In my termination letter, it says that on April 11th, 2022, in a meeting with two of my leaders, it was reported that I said I see units that are no good, but just let them slide. If those exact words were spoken to me, or were spoken by me, then my two leads should have let me go on the spot, but instead continued to let me work on printers for the rest of that day and the following 2 days. The way that was reported looks like defamation to me. If that reporting was correct, then those two leads were negligent and irresponsible in taking the right actions for the sake of the company. Also, I asked for proof or examples where I myself have sent out any bad products or any bad products under my supervision, and nothing has been shown to me yet that I was causing any type of devaluing of the company. Without proof, that's wrongful termination, possible discrimination, and sabotage of terminating a valuable employee to the company. P.S. I would not personally pursue trying to get my job back if I did not care. I love working at company because I felt I was in a position that would help me grow and improve the company, and it was very fulfilling from a personal standpoint. If the termination ruling is reversed, I don't mind starting from the bottom again, being on a probation period and having to prove myself all over again. I feel my effort and work was top quality, and I have received feedback that I was doing very good at what I did. That was emailed on April 29th, the same day as I got that other letter about like my proof and whatnot being or my argument being unsubstantiated. Oh, fuck. Okay. And again, I shall say that was emailed on April 29th, and then I emailed them again asking, will I be receiving a response to my previous email on May 9th? That was a Saturday, so it's not like that they weren't working, or no, no. May 9th was a Monday. And that was about a week and 2 days after the proof that I provided them. And from May 9th till today, today is May 21st, they have not responded to me. It's like since I provided them proof of specific accounts of where I said that the higher ups told us to push these products out, I provide them the product and the fail date of when that happened, and they do not respond because they know that is the proof that shows them they are in the wrong. But because they are people services, and I'm saying something against the CEO of the company, they are not gonna help me out at all. And it's just showing that the company. And it's like I've told my higher ups that I was under, that they're like what they were doing at the time doesn't show that they care about the customers. They care more about the investors. And it's funny because we had a meeting of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including me, is 6 people. There were like 3 leads, the higher up manager, and two others that like are an engineer, and I believe it's like a data or some kind of analyst or something. I don't remember what she was, but like there were us 6 in this line. Like I've said that to them, that they're like, well, what they're telling us to do is showing that like they don't actually care about the customer, they care about the investor. And everyone agreed with me. But like since we can't argue with the CEO and what they say, like um we just can't like it's like I think that that kind of probably provoked the opportunity. It sounds like this guy might be a risk and whatnot. So it sounds like we kind of need to get him out of here. It's like I kind of feel that's part of company culture in America, where like if you don't really fall in line, then you need to be cut, or need to be like let go, because everyone has to be of the same mindset of achieving the same goal. And so and like for me, I don't like. I've always said that like no company can buy my loyalty. It's just I want to work and improve myself. For myself. It's like I'm not gonna go out of the way for a company because they have my loyalty or whatever. And so I was like, I don't see myself giving my loyalty to any company unless they can show that like they actually care about me and like provide things for me that like and show that they care. It's like I was like that's like probably the only way I'd give my loyalty to any company. Uh, it's like just like people like having expectations and like they think that they kind of like expect or want you to go above and beyond. Uh, just because you should be like trying to earn the respect or favor of the company and so it's like no I'm not gonna do anything for you unless you show that you care about me. It's like most companies, most places see you as replaceable. So like why should I care if I'm just someone who can be easily replaced? To me that's not how it works. But like I feel like for a lot of people you basically have to fall in line with that mindset if you want to be successful, which is sad. And I believe that's most of what I wanted to cover. Um, Again, like being let go from this company has caused me a lot of depression, a lot of sadness and whatnot. And it's like um I was I was depressed and like laying in bed for like several days um after that happened. And um it really sucked. But to to get myself out of that funk, I kind of wanted to like work on myself and improve myself a bit. And it's like I took the time to learn analytics. Like I was watching and studying like things like Excel, SQL, Tableau, R. I took the Google Data Analytics Professional Certificate courses on Coursera. So like I feel like I'm improving myself and like I want to work towards being a data analyst. And it's like that's like the only way I can really keep myself like not depressed. And it's like I really do think about like the situation of like everything that happened at that company. uh and it still hurts because I can't get it out of my mind yet. And it's like I'm still hopeful that like something will come my way. I kind of doubt at this point after being like almost about a month and a half that they'd be willing to give me my job back. But I don't know. I'm just trying to do better to find a better position than that. All I can do is really study, work on myself, and kind of use this as leverage to want to prove them wrong. And luckily for me, that's what I've done. Well, most of my life is like the goal of like everything that thing that I've done was to prove people wrong from my past. And like this is probably just like something else where we're like I'll work really hard on improving myself, my knowledge, my mindset, everything. Just basically just to prove them wrong and prove that like I deserve to be at that company and I could have propelled them to be better. But then things work out how they work out. Um, and this is quite long, so I want to kind of end this now. This is a long ass video, long ass clip, but I will end that here. Thank you for listening. If you made it through the entire video, I appreciate you. Hopefully you can see where I'm coming from and understand what I've gone through. All right.